Hello, I'm Reginald Van Belton. Once again, coming to you, Fireside. Welcome to another episode of The Weekly Read. I'm Reginald Van Belton, coming to you again, Fireside. Welcome to another episode of The Weekly Read. This week's read is The Simple Living Guide by Janet Lers. Quite simply put, if you are perhaps a first-timer, welcome. I'm Fireside once again, bringing you my very humble and heartfelt opinions on yet another brilliant work of literature. This is The Weekly Read. Hello. Lately it seems it's been a bit difficult getting these weekly programs produced. David having taken a new position at the craft store, which requires more of his time. Please be patient as I search out a new assistant. I'm sure it will go fairly smoothly, as I have had a long track record of things going to plan. That is quite simply how it seems to go. Now onto the book. The Simple Living Guide by Janet Lers. This read lines out quite simply how to simplify your life, which, quite frankly, could not come at a better time. When you consider all the things we surround ourselves with these days, life has just gotten quite complicated. I'm harkening back to a time where correspondence with a chum would be done via mail, snail mail as one might call it. Now there's email, electronic mail. Now you have electronic mail, not snail mail. A pen pal is quite simply a typist, typer, and I don't know. Basically, there once was a time when it was quite difficult to communicate with someone far away, but not anymore. Taking a lot of the personal touch out of communication, the effort taken to converse with someone no longer takes quite the effort, and so does it really have the same effect, the same feeling, the same emotional weight? Oh, simpler time. Some days I yearn for such a simpler time. Oh, digression once again. Now back to the book. The Simple Living Guide by Janet Lers. This read quite simply lines out how to simplify your life, which quite frankly could not come at a better time. Life has gotten so complicated. You will find in this book many strategies to combat every facet of your daily life and the stresses that come with it. I do believe this read does quite well at that. However, I must take exception to the chapter on simplifying your home, as it spends quite an alarming amount of time speaking of composting toilets, not only promoting their use, their benefits, but also lining out how to remove your current commode and install a composting toilet. Oh, it also details the procedures one must follow to dispose of all that remains after one has been through the process of expulsion. Ooh. One could argue that having to take several steps to do away with what is expelled is actually quite less simple than simply activating a flushing lever. That to me seems far more simple and leads me to believe that there may be an ulterior motive to this book, or at least the chapter covering this dirty topic. I should have suspected something was askew. when I read the chapter title, The Dirty 30 Ways to Compost the Most. Just did not fit with the rest of the chapter titles. Upon further investigation, I found that this author actually wrote a pro-van life children's book titled My Two Dads Live in a Ford. Well, the chapter titled If It's Yellow, Let It Mellow, I found particularly disturbing. Of course, this vehicle choice being a Ford, I found a bit concerning as well. Perhaps a better title would have been My Two Dads Live in a Ford, but spend half of their time sleeping on the sofa of the office of the mechanic shop. Because Fords, you know. Digression once again. In closing, I must say that for the most part, this is a good read. I, however, would recommend that one tears out the chapter on simplifying one's bathroom routine, and while you are at it, possibly remove the following chapter on permanent pet hair removal, as I believe it's much more humane to let the groomer have a crack at it. That is money well spent. All for the canines. Those fickle, feral beasts. Oh, they hunt me. Feed me, love me, play with me. Until next time, I am Reginald Van Pelterthal. And this has been the Weekly Read. I would like to thank people who watch this program, this weekly program, as it seems to be harder and harder to get this program published every week. I would ask my one or two humble viewers to be patient as I am searching out ulterior paths. Yes, perhaps again we shall meet. Perhaps. Until that day comes, I'm Reginald Van Pelterthal. This, of course, is the Weekly Read. Goodbye.